I've spent the better part of the last 4 months on my knees, banging out metal sheets and getting them ready to hang them on the side of this building in odd makeshift workstations. It's now time for me to make a workbench. I need a workbench. Welcome back to the Woodland Reboot. Let's get busy. Hi everyone, welcome back to the Reboot. It's Peter here at the Reboot. Thanks for coming along to join me for another video. Remember to like, share, and hit that notification button as well. Oh, and most importantly, don't forget to subscribe. Anyways, what I want to do is build a large work surface, a workstation, essentially a workbench on casters that I can have in the shop. And so what I'm thinking is that I can repurpose one of these, or start to use one of these skids on which, or the steel arrived on, and as a starting point for the surface. So as it is right now, this skid obviously does not have enough 2x4 framing to make it a solid frame for the top surface of the workbench, but I have these other skids lying around that also were used to ship and deliver the steel, the building siding. So I'll be cannibalizing those to make my Frankenstein workbench, shall we say. And of course I have various piles of lumber, obviously the one that you saw me move in the video the other day, as well as one up there, one over there. The snow is melted so I can get access to these piles again. So I think I've got enough wood and some stacks back there in the corner that I should be able to build this workbench. I might not have, or I might go out and buy myself a 4x8 sheet for the work surface, but we'll get there. Okay, so this skid is 39 inches wide, and I haven't measured how long it is, but what's interesting is from that corner of that 2x4 to this corner here, 10 feet exactly. We'll get to the total length in a second. And from this corner to this corner, 10 feet exactly. So this sucker is square. So the guys up there in that metal roofing factory, Ideal Roofing, wherever they're getting their skids or however they're producing them, it's perfectly square. The only thing that's off a little bit is that the overhang or the extended 1x4 here are at this different lengths, but I can trim those off. Let me go find out what Blue is doing. Blue! So this pallet, also used to deliver steel to me from the same company. These 2x3s are also 39 inches in length. So I'm going to take this pallet apart, take these 2x3s and add them to this structure, to this frame here. And I'll be a long way to having a frame for the surface of the workbench. Once I get those attached to here, I'll move on to building the legs to the workbench. So I'm going to make the legs out of this, it's either spruce or pine 4x4. I've got support rails that run 3/4 the length of the table. I'm going to have overhangs on each end, which I'm going to put 45-degree angle supports into, just because I'm only going to buy 4 casters, and I'm going to put the casters underneath the posts that'll be there and here. If I go all the way to the end on such a long bench, I'll probably get some flexion with the wood that I'm using. So because of my limitations, I'm going to create these overhangs. And right now I'm just going to use some longer nails to tack this rail into place, and the same on the other side, before I cut and attach the legs. I'll be putting screws into this once I get the frame together in a rough and tacked together format using the nail gun and the nails. Screws are definitely needed. Every time I move and drop this thing, it'll separate a little bit. So again, this is just, the nails are just to tack it together so I have something to work off of. I want my surface, the top of my workbench surface, to be about 36 inches off the ground. So when I take the length of my caster wheels into account, that I've already got the dimensions for, the 1/2 inch for the plywood or particle board top that I'm going to add, along with the depth here, which is 2 3/8 inches, I add all that, subtract it from 36, and end up with 28 3/4, which is what the length of each leg needs to be. Time to get some screws into these joints so it locks it in better. All right, we're getting there, Blue. And now I want to put some angles out here to create some rigidity with the overhang. So with these braces that are in place on each side of these posts and then internally here, these are locked in great. I've got screws in them. I need to flip it over now and attach the other parts of these braces. Add screws to many other parts of the table. Okay, that's as far as I'm going to get today with this table. This is a 1x6. I'm going to have to take that off and replace it eventually because I would like to put some shelving down there. But for now, the main things are to get some casters. I'll probably order some on Amazon. And it'll lift this about 4 inches off the ground. And decide what I'm going to do to round off the actual counter surface, the workbench surface. And again, I'm thinking of just some MDF or something affordable like that and just countersink some screws in here. That way I'll be able to get a vise mounted on here, put the vise in here and maybe add some additional blocking for a vise. At one corner I might have a drill press, and on the other side a small bandsaw. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do with my chop saw. I don't think I'm going to mount it on here. I think I'll make a dedicated chop saw station. So There we go, it's coming along, guys. Thanks for watching. You probably can't see me up there. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe, like, and share. And I'll be continuing to build various projects like this to outfit the inside of the shop. But of course, I still have work to do on the outside. I still need to complete the wall steel. But in the meantime, by getting this built and together, I can move some stuff that I've got essentially in storage up at my house and get it out, and so I can use it and have it available for use. Okay guys, thanks for watching.